Hello everyone, Defcamp here. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. First off guys, I want to start off with saying that I'm sorry it's been a little while since our last video. Melderon is currently in Germany visiting his girlfriend, and I've been a little busy with some things. Also, I've been playing probably way too much on a certain new private server that is open, but I just want to let you guys know that Melderon will be coming back this weekend. We have a new Def Talk in store. We have also a bunch of new videos in store, so things will be back to normal shortly. But I wanted to make this video and share with you guys some of the experiences that I had on this new server and show you guys some of the fun that I had as well. So we'll start off where I started off, of course, in Tirisfal Glades, making my undead priest. And as you see here, I started off, I didn't actually have any problems logging on. I logged right on. The character creation screen popped right up. There was no queue, and I basically made my character and walked out, and to see just a flood of people running around, and it was pretty impressive that there was like no lag. There really wasn't that much problems other than just dealing with people sitting there waiting for mobs to respawn, which happens pretty regularly on any new server. It's an issue to get any mob really in the beginning when everyone's just making their characters. But it was really impressive to see that there were at one point, I think, almost over 16,000 people on the server. And that for me, I gotta say, it was really impressive to see that the server was doing a pretty good job. I mean, there really wasn't anything happening that was like, oh wow, look, the server crashed. No, it was running very smoothly. So I want to say I was very impressed with that. However, I do think having 16,000 people on a server does create, some problems, of course, and being able to do quests, kill mobs is a lot harder. So I decided to go on a little quest and basically just try to get as much exploration XP as I could. So with that, I went to Brill, got to the Zeppelin, and made my way over the sea to Durotar, where it was pretty much the same. There was just people running everywhere. It was like, it looked like almost like a mass exodus of people going to Durotar. But, there we get there, and there's the same thing, of course, all the orcs and all the trolls leveling in that zone. So we get there, and I decided just to run around and get as much exploration XP as I could, eventually getting over to the Barrens, and then made my way over to Mocore, where I was actually able to kill some mobs for the first time. So getting to Mocore, I got in a group with a Taran brother, and we were just able to kill some mobs, and it was a lot of fun. I gotta say, guys, just being on with that many other people, it's a certain it's just this certain cool feeling that you get, like experiencing so many people on this server, and they're all the same level as you. That's the coolest part. Like, there's nobody running around who's level 60 yet. Everyone is on the same par, and I think that's something very special to experience when you play on a new server. It is awesome. And another thing which happened because of it being a new server is the guild that I'm in. It's the same guild that I think some of you guys might know. Tips Out. He's also in the guild, and the guild's name is Classic Waiting Room. So we decided, we're all around. I'm level 16 at the time. Some people, I think the highest were in their mid-20s or so. We decided to go into the wetlands and have ourselves some world PvP exploration. So we had so much fun, guys. We started off in the wetlands, and here's a little bit of our journey there. So here we are over at the Thandol Span, which is the bridge between Arathi Highlands and the wetlands. And we were able to catch some people going between zones. And the thing that's really cool about, if you guys have gone in and out of zones, and there's a phasing point. So there's basically a line between each zone that you kind of temporarily can't see people on the other side of it until you go over there. So the cool thing about it is there were these people coming across, and they had no idea what was on the other side, which was us. So of course we took advantage of this fact and pretty much set a few people in front of the phasing spot as bait. So myself and a few others would sit, other people that are really low level would sit in front of the phasing spot to draw in the alliance, and then the next thing you know, here comes this wall of horde to destroy them all. And I gotta say, it was an epic, amazing moment. That was probably one of the best moments that I've had overall so far on the server. And we actually managed to trick the alliance a few times into falling for this. And here's just a couple of them. They were hilarious, lots of fun, and like I said, just one of the best times I've had so far on the server. So after that little bit of fun, we made our way down towards Menethil Harbor, where we raided Menethil Harbor. And I say raid because the way we dealt with the sentries, the guards there, was basically like a raid group dealing with trash. We had to basically pull all our resources together, kite them. Tanks are trying to taunt them, they're resisting. These guys are like level 42, something like that. We're level ranging from 15 to 25. So it was a lot of fun. I felt like we were doing an actual raid, but it took a long time just to get 2 guards down, as you can see here. It was quite a struggle, but we did manage to get through a few guards, and eventually we managed to actually get inside Menethil Harbor, where the Alliance was waiting for us. So now we're inside Menethil Harbor, right? We've got sentries all over the place, Alliance players all over the place, and it's just pure mayhem. But the fact is, a raid group of low levels between like 15, 25 actually raided Menethil Harbor for a short period. We were in there, we made our stand, and I think we made a pretty clear statement that day that the Horde is the superior faction on this server. So yes, of course, we did die eventually. We made our way to the docks, and unfortunately our low-level raid could not push any further, but that was not the end of our low-level raids PvP adventure. No, we had one more place to go. We had dealt a blow to Menethil Harbor in the central parts of the Eastern Kingdoms, but now we'd set our sights on the southern part of the continent, and ultimately the human town of Lakeshire. The fact that it was a mere stone's throw away from the seat of power of the entire Alliance did not trouble us one bit. In fact, you can see into the fellow orcs' eyes the lust for blood, and from the Tarn and the Trolls, they too were crazed with such a rage and pride that they would be fighting on the doorstep of Stormwind. And as for the Forsaken troops, a deep and sinister aura enveloped them, so much so that their comrades dare not look at them in their eyes. War was on the horizon. Lokchar Ogar. So we made it through Stranglethorn Vale pretty much without a hitch. Any alliance that we did encounter was just demolished by the Horde. We made our way now to the border between Duskwood and Stranglethorn Vale. Now Duskwood is one of my favorite zones when I'm playing Alliance. When I'm playing Horde, it's not a very safe place to be, but with 39 other Hordes, it's really not that bad. We did run into a few Alliance, but it wasn't a problem. Now we were closer to our goal. We were entering the Red Ridge Mountains. Just over those hills was the town of Lakeshire and its inhabitants, which we soon would massacre. We had made it over the final hill, and there it was, the town of Lakeshire and all its inhabitants just waiting to be slaughtered. Our first victims were those unlucky few who sat waiting around the Flightmaster. They were not prepared for the Horde as we emerged from the other side of the hill. They simply had no chance of fighting back, and in their final moments they seemed to accept their fates with a kind of understanding that made them seem at peace with the fact that their blood would now soak the ground and their corpses will become our road. But that could not be said for the others to come, ahead, a group saw us charging down the hill, and the fear that was in their eyes was like an animal that knew it was about to be slaughtered. And slaughtered they were. So far so good. Things are looking good. We're pushing forwards here. We lost a few people. As you can see there on the bridge, there are a ton of Alliance gathering. But we're still holding up strong here. We're keeping people up. I think we only lost 1 or 2 people at this point. And, you know, we're just trying to heal everybody up. And we're going to make this push now across the bridge. And this is when things start turning against us here. The tide starts turning against us here. The Alliance have gathered now in Lakeshire, and they're getting ready to push for a counterattack. And this is where we kind of screwed ourselves here. We're here in the middle of the bridge, and we opened up ourselves to get flanked from behind as well as attacked from the front. So as you'll see here, there's some people landing at the flight path, attacking us from behind, and we're trying to figure out what to do here. Okay, are we going to push? If we're going to push, we got to do it now. And then as you see here, we're getting ready to push, and if you can look across to Lakeshire here in just a second, it is just full of Alliance. And now we're pretty much in a spot, we're cornered, and we're trying to make do with what we have, but we're decided to run back now and try to get somewhere safe. And as you can see, the Alliance are there's just too many of them, and we have to hightail it out of there, and this is where the retreat starts, unfortunately. But man, I gotta say, it was just an amazing moment as you see these Alliance just chasing us down, like with just blood on their minds. They just want payback. And yeah, here's this awesome epic fight that we try as hard as we can. The Horde, we try to hold up against the Alliance, but there's just too many of them, and we have to start our retreat away from Lakeshire, unfortunately. And as you can see here, the Alliance did not relent. They wanted payback, and they got it. They chased every single one of us down. But you know, to me, this is the fun of World PvP in vanilla. You have a bunch of people, Horde and Alliance, on a server that just opened up. Nobody here is over the level 30, yet you have a massive war between the Horde and Alliance in an Alliance territory. I mean, well, contested here. This is just vanilla at its best. You know, getting a group together to raid Lakeshire, or, you know, if you're Alliance, getting a group together to raid, say, the Crossroads, or, you know, a Splitter Tree Post. Also, not having to worry about 60s coming to ruin the day and just kill everybody. Everyone was on the same par, and that was what made it so special and made it so much fun. And this is why this was one of my most memorable moments ever playing vanilla WoW on private servers or actual in vanilla. I had such a great time. Of course, I had encounters like this before, but you know, this is of course the most recent one, and I just wanted to share this with you guys. And there's some other really cool aspects of this server that I wanted to share with you guys. If you guys don't know, yes, the server runs on a 1.12.1 core, but they're actually using a lot of the 1.2 itemization, dungeons. So basically there's no Dire Maul yet. There's Melderon, but it's the old itemization, as well as Battlegrounds. You know, there's no Battle Master, so you actually have to go to, say, Arathi Basin to queue for AB. The original look of the tier, you know, you're able to actually zerg the dungeons, so you can bring a raid group into dungeons for like Blackrock Depths, stuff like that. You know, they did this on other servers in Astarius and stuff like that, but it's just really cool experiencing that. It really gives a sense of the server being alive, and you can grow with the server. So having that, you know, itemization, I think this is definitely something Blizzard needs to look at and say, okay, if we do go ahead and use the 1.12 core like they said they did on that water cooler, that doesn't mean that they have to go with everything 1.12.1. I hope they do something like this, where they bring elements of 1.2, whatever patch they start from, into that core. And I gotta say, they did a great job of it here on this server. Well done, guys. You know, there's some things that of course I hope that doesn't happen in Classics, such as like the dynamic respawning, the high population cap. But of course, you know, this is just one server doing the best that they can, and I really think they did a great job. But I really do hope that Blizzard is paying attention as to what is going on here, so things that they could, you know, look and see, okay, this is a good idea, they did a good job here, and also things that they can improve upon. So, you know, I just wanted to bring some of these points up, and the fun that we've had, and also the good things going on in this server. And I gotta say, I'm having a great time playing my priest. I'm healing with him. I'm at level 52 right now. Also, guys, I just wanted to give you a heads up. Melderon, again, like I said earlier, he'll be coming back around this weekend. We've got a lot of stuff in store once he comes back. But if you guys wanted to join us on this server and have fun with us there, please join our Discord. I have a link in the description, and any information regarding the guild that we're joining, or regarding how to, you know, download the server, things like that, just join our Discord and we'll help you through there. Also, guys, another great way to stay in touch with us is by going to our Twitter and following us there. Of course, there's also a link in our description for that as well. And also, guys, if you want to be a part of Def Talk and be a part of just the channel in general, we're really open to taking people's advice on what you guys want to see. Melderon and I have been talking about making our little Star Trek series that we talk about Star Trek episodes and stuff like that. So anything you guys want to talk to us about, feel free to email us, to send us a message on Discord or Twitter. I try to respond to everyone, and like I said, guys, we really want you guys to be a part of this community and to have your voices be heard. So just shoot us an email, we'll respond to you, and if you guys want to come on Def Talk, let's do it. We'll have another episode coming up within a week or so. And real quick, guys, I just want to thank each and every single one of you. We are currently now over 1,700 subscribers, guys. I mean, it feels like just yesterday that we hit 1K, and now we're approaching 2K. It's really just amazing. I want to thank all of you guys, each and every single one of you. I gotta say, guys, without you, this channel would be nothing. You guys in the guild, Classic Waiting Room, you guys have been awesome. Tips out. Thank you so much for letting us in your guild. And everyone, from the bottom of my heart, guys, I really mean it. Thank you so much for sticking with us, for watching our content, for being a part of the community. I really, really, really appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much. So until next time, guys, this is Defcamp signing out. I'm going to leave with you some other cool moments that I had on my priest, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. But until next time, guys, this is Defcamp signing out. Have a good one. I love you all. Peace.